Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete, ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth as always. And Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Dropping back, it's Green. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense will go to work for the first time today. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Takes the handoff. It's Gordon. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Going for 6. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. Fighting off the defender. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Dropping back, it's Bowman. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the ground, it's Gordon. He's loose. Lowers those pads. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Cowboys line it up with a 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive. They really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to pass. It's Bowman. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Cowboys line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Looking for a block. It's Anthony. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Presley. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. Unloads quickly. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. He looks that one in nicely. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And he could not get loose on the run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
These corners going to give them some space. Got his man downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the...
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. He tries to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, going up top. Gets it out quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Cowboys will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Bowman. Firing to the right, complete.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He makes the connection, and he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Owens. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got him still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The corners are walked up tight. He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Pulls it in on the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to get to it. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He rifles one deep to the left. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Looking to throw, it's Bowman. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Cowboys want to move quickly. The give to the lone running back. On the move is the 30. Oh, look out. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And now on first down after converting with the run. They're going to ride this running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to pass, it's Green. Makes the grab down the middle. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, It's Green. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play. Connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It is deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Going for it all. Oh, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Owens. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to him again. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking downfield, it's Green. He's going to let it go. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just a length or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
After run, now throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Quick completion on the out route. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Running to the left. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Running behind that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Quick strike complete. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Set up for second and short after that completion.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it 1 play at a time.
And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense will always try to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Into traffic, it's picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Maurice. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. Nothing but green ahead. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Using his feet to buy time. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And he puts through the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
42, Arkansas, 28.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more.
He's off to the races. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Fast motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Bowman. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll start this drive firing. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication. And
he's going up top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're
going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Green. Pressure. He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so...
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. He wants to throw it again. Now improvising. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple of possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. 1st down here for the offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go.